What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Dragon Blaze. Now this is quite the old school hero collector, but I've actually never covered it on this channel, so I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a blast from the past and see how well Dragon Blaze has been shaping up throughout the year. So let's go ahead and get started, but do keep in mind at the very end of this video, we will be doing random comments of the day, so if you want your comment read on the next video, you gotta leave comments on this video. I need to get my engagement up, so let's go ahead and get started. It don't matter how old your hero collector is, a hero collector can truly only be as fun as the heroes that you can collect, and I'm really glad that the UI disappeared right here so I can actually show you what my heroes look like. We'll talk about that in a second. So here we go. Here is my main character right here, and all the characters that you see behind me are characters that the game just kind of threw at me. It's gonna feel a little overwhelming at first. If you do decide to play this game, the game is gonna give you a ton of really awesome, really powerful looking characters. It's gonna feel overwhelming, but hopefully I can kind of make sense of what the game is trying to do with those characters. Clearly they want to catch you up with the overall meta, but there's other things that go in play as well. So very awesome characters, amazing artwork. Like I said, this game is a little bit older, but this artwork looks brand new. Like, this game reminds me a little bit of Final Blade's artwork, and it feels like, even though Final Blade only came out this year, and this game came out a few years ago, the artwork is very comparable. So here's this really hot archer chick. Of course, I had to have on my team this warrior. Got a little paladin back here, and this lady right here. Here's that UI. This little lady right here. Let me tell you who she is. All right, she is a drunken pirate waifu priest. I ain't never heard that combination before, but I like it. So here are a few more characters here, and like I said, the artwork in this game is absolutely fantastic. Yes, indeed, really awesome character designs. So when you get into the game, like I said, they're gonna throw a bunch of characters at you, and it's gonna feel a little overwhelming at first, but hopefully I can kind of make a little bit of sense here for you. So for example, this character you're gonna get pretty early on. She looks like she's ultimately powerful. You're never gonna have to need to upgrade her. You are. As you guys can see right here, she's in the limit break tier. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade her to the Overlord tier by clicking this button right over here called Overlord Defy. And basically this allows me to, in a better word, to transcend this character to a different type of character by using her as the upgrade material, this essence, some gold. I can then transform her into one of these characters right here, and that'll upgrade her up to the next tier. So even though all these other characters have like a perfect 5.0 rating, they ain't waifus. I'm gonna go for her. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Boom, and now I just transformed that character into this one here, and as you guys can see, remember when that character was in the limit break tier? Now that character is in the Overlord tier. So when you're kind of leveling up your characters in this game, do keep in mind that there are multiple tiers of characters. So when they throw a bunch of characters at you, they're not all created equal. A lot of those characters are going to be used as fodder to upgrade you up these tier rankings, all the way up to Exalted, where these like super powerful characters are. All of these characters, this priest, this paladin, this mage here, the game gives you. And even though they have amazing and luscious hair, they're all dudes, so I didn't put them on my team. They only give you 2 waifus and 3 dudes, come on. But here are my 2 exalted characters. Like I said, the game gives them to you right off the bat. So we just changed that character over to Overlord Say, the mage. And this part's really easy. The game's gonna ask you, do you wanna level up the character to max? 50 rubies will do that. That's like nothing. This is how many rubies I have, so absolutely I'm gonna say max her out, get her good to go. There you go. And in order to get her up to Exalted tier, you need to have a maxed enhanced version of that character you just saw, essence, gold, and then boom, I can then turn that character that I just created into this little mage here, or this weird Hydra looking, I don't know what that is, Exalted Gluttony. That makes sense. By basically making this character fully enhanced by using mage souls. Now all of this stuff is going to make more sense as you play the game, but I just wanted to kind of show you how the characters break down as far as tiers are concerned, because when I started playing the game, it threw so much at me. I was like, what is going on YouTube? Speaking of what is going on YouTube, the lobby screen UI is it's a bit overwhelming, I gotta admit. Once you play the game for a little while longer, it's actually a pretty simple UI. It's really not that complicated. All of the things that you really need to look forward to are the things that have red exclamation points. Just worry about that for now. Don't try to worry about trying to figure out everything that's in the game right now. Just say, hey, let me get all my characters and press this button right here, go now. Don't try to do anything else, trust me. Don't try to figure out anything else. Just get your characters and press go now. Little by little, you'll kind of figure out the game as you go along. But like I said, it's a bit overwhelming in the beginning when you get all those characters, you have that big cluttered UI. Grab the characters that you like, grab your waifus, grab your dude-foos, and just hit go now until you kind of get a little bit more acclimated to the game as you go throughout the stages here. So here we are in combat now. Of course, as you guys saw, my team is just like legit. You see how amazing my team looks. I'm fighting these little flying fishes and whatnot. Unfortunately, I have to. Even, you know, my team looks extremely powerful. I can't actually do a lot of like the raiding and things like that in the game at the moment. That's going to take me a little while longer. You can press this button right here and it'll skip through the story, which I recommend. Look at this. Just insane. I just lost my paladin there, but we're all right. We good. You don't actually have to keep everyone alive. There's no like 3-star or anything like that. As far as I know, you just got to beat the stage. So you do that, boom. You'll do a little bit of story dialogue. It'll tell you, hey, I want you to go to this next stage, and then boom, go to the next stage. So that's how I recommend starting the game off to try to get acclimated to the world. Because I feel like if you do anything else, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. I love this drunken pirate waifu. I'm actually sad that I'm going to have to change her into something else. Like I want to keep her forever in every game. I want to like transport this girl to every game. That is too awesome. So I'll show you what other gameplay modes we have here. Like I said, this is like the campaign. You're going to be super strong. I would recommend if you're going to be playing this game, you might want to just play it on an emulator. That way you can kind of passively kind of blow through these stages because you're going to be so strong. None of this stuff is really going to challenge you, but you do need to get through it to get to like the meat and potatoes of the game. Super, super strong. So there you go. That is combat. It's pretty old school combat system here in Dragon Blaze. Most of your characters are just going to do their own thing. Thank you very much. Back over here to the lobby screen. And that's kind of the flow of the campaign. You're going to go defeat a stage, talk to this NPC. Go defeat a stage, talk to an NPC. Once you defeat all of the stages in that biome, you'll move to another one and you'll get another NPC to talk to and do the same thing. So that is that. If you look over here in this bottom right-hand corner, these are your additional gameplay modes here. So you have raiding, which 65 million battle power is what it requires at the moment. I am nowhere near that much. Let me see how much power I actually have. Let's go ahead and add a bunch of, whoops, let's go ahead and add my team in. I'll put her as a helper. We'll go over here. All right, let's see what I got. I got 9 million power, but I still, come on. I gotta pass a test. I'm gonna fail this test, they're gonna know. They're gonna know I have no power. But I did at least want to show off what you can look forward to. So I've only been playing the game for a day, and that's how many millions of battle power I was able to pick up in just a little over a day. So it shouldn't take, you know, about a week and a half or so maybe of playing the game. You should be able to at least kind of fight these bosses. Or am I just dumb? Did I just kill this thing? Oh no, this is the test. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna pass the test, it looks like. I was pretty happy there for a second. I was like, what a beast! Alright, now I'm ready. I actually didn't know this was co-op. So, oh, I see. I didn't know this was co-op. So I think it was just testing me as a solo player. But if I can get some people that can kind of carry me through this, maybe we can get this done. That wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. I was able to get in with an actual team here. Are these real people? Band-Aid, Briley Owl, Malexis. I don't know if these are real people, but look at this. Okay, unexpected. Oh my. All right, let's see how this is gonna play out. Hopefully I get carried. I don't even know. Here's my team down here at the bottom. That's good. Oh my god. Okay, we got hardcore carried. One person smacked it in the face. Oh, probably these people that are level 609. So yeah, these were real people. Holy crap. Thank you for that. So I was able to defeat that, got myself a 500 rubies, appreciate that, and the matchmaking didn't take too long. All right, pretty cool. So as you go through this, you'll have to just pass the test, and then you can join the matchmaking to participate in the raids. So there, yeah, go. I'll take that. We'll do that later. Over here in fight, this is kind of a bunch of different things here. So you have arena that you can participate in. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump in and do this world boss. This is the character that I want. Her name is Nut, and I want her. I want to get that. Sorry, I'm not going to say it. I want to get that character. So, all right. Here is one of the world bosses here. Let's see how well we do. These character designs, I swear. Like I said, Final Blade literally just came out. Oh, see ya. Final Blade literally just came out this year. And I feel like the artwork here, this 2D artwork here, is very comparable to each other. So shout out to Dragon Blaze for having some really talented artists. Wow, I got completely stomped there. Rip. But that's World Boss. Get in there, do as much damage as you possibly can. Hopefully a lot more than I can. And that'll be that. What else is going on? There's a bunch of different types of arena. I can't participate in this one just yet. Can I jump into this one now? No, not time for registration on that one. So hopefully I can get in there and do some PvP a little bit later. Then you also have 10-man arena as well. So all of this stuff looks to be like world bosses and arena. If you go over here, back over here to fight, you also have your guild. So the game will basically push you into a beginner's guild, so you don't have to actually find a guild, and especially if you're not sure if you're going to stick with the game or not, you can join in on one of these little starter guilds, and then you can jump on in. Let me see. It's just me and this other guy. Just me and him. But I'm going to see if I can't beat this person right here. So let's jump in here and do a little guild loot battle. But think of this like a little beginner guild. As you're learning the game, you're kind of going through. Since you're so far behind most players, I highly doubt most guilds will even want you. So probably just jump into this beginner guild, get powered up, learn the game, and then participate here. Let's see if I can't catch this guy Siren. This is showing my DPS here. I already lost my Paladin. I mean, technically, I could do a lot better if I pull in some of those exalted units that the game gave me. The game gave those to me to use to get through stuff like this, but I'm stubborn, so I don't want to use them. Let's see. So this is basically like a DPS rush. Oh, man. My pirate waifu's, down she goes. What have you been doing this whole time? That's kind of cool. She doesn't actually fall down when she dies. She just, like, gets a headache. All right. Rank number 2. Yeah. So that's that. So a lot of different things that you can do with your guild here, including the guild battles. So that's that. And then, of course, adventure is the story that we were just talking about here. You have this thing called a challenger dungeon, where basically it's just like an endless tower mode. You keep on going through here, you beat up on the mobs here, and you get rewards. That's another good way to kind of level up characters as well. You have a daily resource grind dungeon that I am also not powerful enough to do, I don't think. I'm going to try, though. Let's see. I mean, I know I technically could if I actually made a real team. Hold on. There we go. Put them together. Let's see what my battle power looks like. I'm pretty close to beating this, but I'm still a little low. Because we saw my battle power was like 9 million before, so I'm pretty close to being able to do this and finally being able to do, you know what? Forget that. We're going in. Forget that nonsense. I am going in. It requires 10 million. I got 9.8. Sounds good enough to me. Love the way this character looks, by the way. I don't care what her rating is. Totally worth it. Let's see. I feel like we should be strong enough to beat this. So as far as like an old school hero collector, this game is pretty well maintained. I think a lot of grievance people have is that that has nothing to do with the actual gameplay itself. Every single time I hear something negative about Dragon Blaze, it's from new players. Not talking about like veterans. I don't know what veterans are saying. But as far as like new players looking at Dragon Blaze, they look at it and they go, oh my God, that lobby is very cluttered. And it is. But all of the other screens aren't. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal for me. Here are the tried and true dispatch missions right here. I can't even do any of these dispatch missions. Even if I like select my strongest ally, I have a 3% success rate. So I got a long way before I can do these dispatch missions. But like I said, I'm still pretty much brand new. And then you also have this thing called the Orc Fortress, which is this opportunity to beat up on orcs here. So let's see. Probably not going to do super well here. Yeah, probably not going to be able to beat these guys. But I'm going to jump in anyway. And that's kind of the gameplay modes, right? You got the story, you got the daily resource grind, the dispatch modes, all of the different raids, all of the different guild raids, PvP. The game checks all of the hero collector boxes for sure. And along with that, it has an amazing art style. This is some of the best 2D graphic hero collector characters on the market today, which is a bit wild considering how old this game is. I feel like the characters do look better than the enemies, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of these enemies are a little bit older. Like, I bet some of these enemies were created like years ago, and some of these characters are only created like maybe this year or last year. So I bet you there are some enemies in this game that look even better than what we've been seeing in this game here. But that's enough seeing me get destroyed by all of the gameplay content here. There you go. So like I said, the UI, very cluttered, but all you really have to pay attention to are these bottom three when it comes to gameplay modes. And for the most part, just click go now. Just keep on clicking go now. Don't get, inundated with all this extra stuff. Just kind of concentrate on this. The game will kind of flow you through all of the content. There shouldn't be anything to worry about. So let's end this video off as we always do. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of stuff in this game. I can't even it's going to be really hard for me to even tell you all the things that are going on. But every single day you get one of these little free summons here, which are just a bunch of fodder units. Like, you saw the characters we were using. We're never going to be using these characters here. But that's okay. We'll take them anyway, use them as fodder. Let's go and do a real actual summon though. Infinity summon. So as far as I can see, there's only one banner. So when I go to summon, I don't see summon anywhere else. It's just this. So usually when you play these old school hero collectors, there's like 99 banners. And I know that's for a good reason, because sometimes you want to rate up banner for a specific unit. I get it. But when you're a brand new player checking out like an old hero collector, having that many like banners is like, what is going on YouTube? Got a little soul here. Once again, I can use that to upgrade. I'll actually show you that here in a second after we do a few summons here. So let's do an infinity summon. This will cost you 9,000 rubies. All the rubies that you see that I have are based on what the game gave me. So summon it once. Let's see if we get anything good here. Just a bunch of souls. We got this girl here who is Transcendent Bright Spark. So this is the character that we just transcended a little bit earlier. Transcendent Bliss Foxy. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with a few of these here in a second. Let's see what else we get. Oh, oh, hello. Overlord Shin. She looks really cool. I'm really looking for Nut, though. Nut's the character I'm looking for. So hopefully I can get her a little bit later, because that is the character I really, really want. All right, so we're out of rubies. Let's go back over here to the heroes. Hold on, let me grab this login reward. Thank you. Appreciate that. Awesome. All right, go over here to heroes. Now, this is something that I am trying to figure out myself. So what I'm going to do, live on video, so you guys can do it for yourself, I'm going to look at, so Archer Soul, right? I want to see what happens when I do this. I'm going to do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, actually... Let's do a different one. Bum, 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 bum. All right, here we go. So Rogue Soul, I'm going to take a bunch of these little fodder units here. I got 5 of them, plus this gold. I'm going to hit craft. What happens? I don't know what happened. I actually don't know what happened. What is this video, FG? A first impressions video. That's what it is. I actually don't know what I did there. All right, that's fine. We'll figure that out a little bit later. So here... so in order to bring her up to the next tier, yep, she has to be maxed out enhanced. So hopefully I'll figure that out. a little bit later on my own time here. It looks like she can change into the same characters as that other one I just had, so I don't know if I care about her too much. Like, these all change into the same people, so not too worried about that. Here is Overlord. So here's this new character that we just got, Overlord Chen. She's a priest. She literally has a tree. She literally has a tree. I like it. So she can turn into these two characters here. She can turn into Isis. Looks kind of cool. I think these two, since they're priests, they turn into the same few characters. And then my Paladin, she can she can only turn into Osiris, holding his head over here. He's a dude. I like how he brought his little Iron Maiden thing. Let me see. And then Say, we already saw what she can transform into. All right. Very, very nice. We need to do some more summoning. I need Nut right here. This is the character I really, really want. Sitting waifu? Sitting barefoot waifu? Come on. That's perfect. That's like right up FG's alley. All right. Look at this guy. These big butcher blades. This is what greed looks like. Wrath. Envy. Sloth. Really awesome character designs, I must say. Very, very cool. Looking forward to getting some of those. So that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Dragon Blaze video is done, but we are not done. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. All right, random comment. How many are we gonna pick, FG? I don't know. Well, we'll just keep on picking until it gets boring. So this was on the Shikigami Myth video. So don't play this game. There is a lot of cheater using modded APK. You can Google them if you want to use it. Also, the game is not balanced at all. Tank Hero got much higher CP than other. If you want your team to do high CP, use Tank Hero. So basically saying that don't play Shikigami Myth. There's a lot of cheaters playing the game. So I kind of, you know, I don't know. So for the most part, I play games like that. Even if there's cheaters at the very top of the rank, I'll probably still just play for a little while, just to enjoy myself. I'm not trying to get top rank or anything like that. I'm just gonna enjoy collecting a few waifus and calling it a day. But thank you for the heads up. I'm real shrimmium. Nicholas Taylor says, more trash. Any mobile gacha RPG with 90% female rosters is an automatic pass? I play for good gameplay. The game's focus is clearly something else. I prefer women of the flesh and blood kind and not of the digital pixel kind. I say, ¿por qué no los dos? Why not both? Yeah, I hear you. If I made my own hero collector, I would still have male characters in them. But I don't begrudge all female hero collectors because they know their audience. It's mostly a male audience, but I hear you. I hear you. If I made a hero collector, I would have a nice mix between male and female characters. Ooh, that's new. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Ma707. Do a couple more here. Oh, we gotta stop on 69. If you pick this comment, oh, what the? I gotta edit that out. Once again, my name is FG3000. What a nice move. That was a pretty good move, man. Pretty good. I'll think about it. Soccer Spirits has been a game that has been highly requested. I originally said I was never gonna play it because I didn't know anything about soccer, and here I've already covered 2 soccer games, so I feel like I can no longer use that excuse. So that will do it. I'll put Soccer Spirits on the calendar somewhere, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.